Hello, everyone. My name is Rochelle Travis. My topic and what I will be talking about today is female reproductive cancers. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with what the female reproductive system is. However, I'm just going to give a brief overview on what the system is as well as the type of cancers that lie within. Okay, so this is just a general look at the female reproductive system. You've got the ovaries on the left top hand side. This is what produces the eggs and the female hormones. On the left as well as the right side, it's labeled on the right top corner is the fallopian tubes. That is where the sperm meets the egg. The uterus is where the baby grows and develops, and that is right under, I would say right under or right in the middle of the fallopian tubes. And that is, again, where the baby grows and develops. Their cervix is right at the end of the uterus, and that is what dilates during labor and helps to push the baby out. The vagina is what actually allows the childbirth. It also allows intercourse and a woman's menstrual. The main reason why I give you a general explanation on the female reproductive system is because cancers can sometimes affect some of the areas within the system. So the first two cancers that I'm going to just talk about just a little bit is cervical cancer and ovarian cancer. The picture of the female reproductive system, again, is just a visual to show you where the cancer lies at within the woman's system. Cervical cancer is cancer that lies within the cervix, hence why they call it cervical cancer. And this is the lower end of the uterus. Again, ovarian cancer is the cancer that lies within the ovaries. This sometimes can cause fertility issues in women, being that that is what produces the eggs in our female hormones. So we've also got uterine cancer and vaginal cancer. Uterine cancer starts in the uterus. Also, this also another word for that is called the womb. They call it the uterus the womb because this is where the baby develops and grows. I don't know if you're familiar with the word womb. It actually means home. And it was also in the Bible, womb meant home as well. Just a food for thought kind of thing. Again, and well, to move on, vaginal cancer is located in the vagina. Again, the vagina is what allows a woman to childbirth, have intercourse, and release her menstrual flow. So another one is called vulvar cancer. I've actually had never heard of this cancer before. I didn't realize that this cancer had even existed. There wasn't an actual arrow or pointing to that area, so I went ahead and put the blue arrow kind of just pointing into the direction of it. It's basically the opening around the vagina. I guess you typically wouldn't have thought that you could get cancer in the opening of the vagina, but yeah, you definitely can, and that is called vulvar cancer. And again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. On to breast cancer. So many do not think of breast cancer as being a type of female reproductive cancer. According to the Office of Population Affairs, breast cancer can sometimes be considered a reproductive cancer because of the cancer lying within the tissue of the breast. I actually found it really interesting because you typically don't think of breast being part of your reproductive system. All in all of these cancers, they're all named these cancers mainly because of the areas that they are in. So cervical cancer is in the cervix, breast cancer is in the breast. So it's just all mainly named based on the location of the cancer. So there are some health risks with having a female reproductive cancer. And I would say that it's more of a case by case kind of scenario. I mean, having a female reproductive cancer could be a major risk for some women. A possibility of having infertility. Also, if, while pregnant, could harm an unborn child. Again, these are case by case kind of scenarios. So this doesn't apply to every woman. This is just one of the health risks. On the other hand, there are risks that make you more susceptible to actually actually getting these cancers. One major one, and I read that, or according to the Health Journal, one of the major risk factors was being overweight. They actually said they gave a specific weight, which was 25 pounds. So they're saying women that are 25 pounds more overweight are more susceptible to getting these female reproductive cancers. So the significance of the class population, I've noticed many women in our current wellness class, some that may just be starting their adult lives, and others who have been on this path for quite some time, like myself. Female reproductive cancer can affect everyone. I mean, cancers are not discriminatory in no shape or form, especially female reproductive cancers. I guess it doesn't apply to men, but as far as a female, it's definitely not discriminatory. I mean, there are young ladies and their young teens who are affected every day by female reproductive cancers. So the Center of Disease Control held a formal research with women in 7 different cities. There were 48 groups and a total of 408 women between the ages of 40 and 60. The research was based on their knowledge, attitudes, and beliefs on female reproductive cancer and what they called gynecological cancers. So within my own research, I actually found that gynecological cancer is another word for female reproductive cancers, which was pretty interesting. So the research actually showed it showed a lot, but the 3 that stood out to me, the myths and misinformation, were these. There are some misconceptions regarding female reproductive cancers and women. According to the Center of Disease Control, many women believe that just because they have a pap smear done yearly, they have covered all of their bases. That in fact is not true. It's great to have it done yearly. However, paying attention to your body and having a routine blood work is important to rule out all female reproductive cancers. So another misconception is that all women know their anatomy. This is definitely false. In the research from the Center of Disease and Control, or Center of Disease, actually said that many women do not know the anatomy of their reproductive system. Therefore, they are uneducated about the different cancers that can form in those areas. Being uneducated about, the parts in your body can lead to just not knowing. So, which also can lead to ignoring signs because, they just don't know. And then the last misconception is some women, or I would say misconception or myth, is that some women believe it will never happen to them. I mean, I'm here to say that it definitely can. We always hope that it won't, but it definitely can happen. That's why, I can't stress enough to make sure that, that you're not ignoring signs within your body. When you feel like something's wrong or you feel like something's just not right, to go and get checked. A lot of times you end up going in and it may be nothing at all. But sometimes, if they do find something, they may need a biopsy to make sure that it's benign, which benign just means non-cancerous. Either way, it's just, these the misinformation and the misconceptions right here. It's nice to know that, that these are actually misconceptions or misinformation. So I wanted to conclude my PowerPoint presentation, which is a picture of a tumor. This is a serous tumor, and this was located in the ovaries. I wanted to show a picture of what ovarian tumors look like that are cancerous. Throughout the PowerPoint, I've given a lot of information regarding the different kinds of female reproductive cancers, but or also known as gynecological cancers. Many people, will ask, how do you get these cancers? How do they form in your body the way they do? Well, majority of cancers start with abnormal cells multiplying and becoming cancerous. Anything abnormal in your body is definitely not a good thing. On a good note, female reproductive cancers can be treated if found early enough. Again, that's why it's important to not ignore signs, because if you do catch it quick enough, it can be treated. So this is just my works cited page, but I thank you guys so much for listening to my PowerPoint presentation. I hope that I was able to give you guys a little bit of information that you didn't already know, or maybe you did know, and kind of just brushing up on the information. I didn't go too in depth with the cancers, but definitely, just informational as far as, the different kinds of cancers that are out there and exactly where they're located at. You don't have to be a woman just to be affected by these kind of things. If you have a mom, a wife, a girlfriend, definitely, when they have signs of, something's wrong, you're definitely helpful by being educated as well. So again, thank you so much. Have a good day.